Good morning, friends. Greetings and welcome to the Brightside, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to the Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That's why we are here every day on the Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, acne, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing and regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis, and while some folks may call that healing and regenerating and renewing system a miracle, it really is no miracle at all. It is simply the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we want to hear from you. We welcome your calls on the Bright Side. 855-660-4261 is our call-in number. Try to call in early so we can get to as many calls as possible. 855-660-4261 if you have questions about the longevity products or prescription drugs. If you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program or help a loved one get on a nutritional supplement program, 855-660-4261 is our number. Likewise, if you have a success story or you just want to contribute to the conversation, 855-660-4261 is your call-in number. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products that we talk about on the program, 866-735-2470 is the phone number for the Brightside Ben phone team, or you can head over to my website, brightsideben.com. Take a look at our shopping cart. We've got all the longevity products up, including my personal favorite, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, now Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0, peach-flavored. It's got prebiotics and probiotics for your digestive system. If you're not feeling well in your digestive tract, hey, if you're not feeling well in the digestive system, nothing's going to work because you're not going to be able to absorb your nutrients. That's why the prebiotics and the probiotics are stroke of genius, really, in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. As it is, you're going to get great absorption because it's liquid. It goes right to work. But then the wise folks at Longevity threw in some prebiotics and probiotics as well. It's all $50 a canister. You get your water-soluble nutrients, fat-soluble nutrients, plant-derived minerals. It tastes great. If you have any kind of digestive problems, it's especially good, by the way, for older folks, because older folks typically don't absorb their nutrients. Sometimes I wonder how much of what we call dementias and Alzheimer's disease and brain problems are really nothing more than B vitamin or essential fatty acid or magnesium deficiencies. And truly, people notice brain results, better thinking, clearer thinking, especially if they've been having a problem with memory or with forgetfulness. People notice results pretty darn quickly on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, especially for your folks, your older folks, for your parents, for your grandparents. You can find out all about it at brightsideben.com by pulling down on the shopping cart. And, of course, if you want to join the Brightside Ben team, you can click on the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com. All right, speaking of brain health, we've been talking about nerve chemicals. We've been talking about neurotransmitters. That's the fancy way of saying nerve chemicals. These are the chemicals that make everything happen in the body. You don't hear a lot about these neurotransmitters on nutrition shows. That's because you can't really take a neurotransmitter, a nerve chemical supplement. You can take the building blocks of these nerve chemicals, and certainly that's one of the major roles of supplements, is to help you make neurotransmitters, to make nerve chemicals. And one of the things that happens as we get older and as our body doesn't absorb nutrients is we don't make as much of these brain chemicals, and a lot of nerve and brain problems are associated with deficiencies in neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters make everything happen in the body. Every finger you wiggle or toe you wiggle or thought you think or eye you blink, all is connected to some kind of nerve chemical. Last we spoke, we were talking about the link between the nerve chemical acetylcholine and smoking. Acetylcholine mostly has relaxing effects. It mostly activates the relaxation nervous system, which is involved in calming the body down and opening up blood vessels, stimulating the secretion of saliva and digestive juices, stimulating the movement of food through the digestive tract. Acetylcholine has heart-slowing effects. Beta blocker drugs, if you've ever heard of those, if you have high blood pressure, chances are you're taking a beta blocker drug like Inderal or low pressor, metoprolol. There's lots of beta blocker drugs which are particularly toxic and deadly drugs, and there's no really good drugs, and most of them are deadly and toxic, but the beta blockers are near the top of the list. Not at the top of the list maybe, but near the top of the list of nasty, unpleasant drugs. Beta blocking drugs work by amplifying the effects of acetylcholine. Acetylcholine relaxes the heart. Beta blockers block acetylcholine's enemy. Or antagonistic. Remember, we said that there's these antagonistic relationships. Well, beta blockers block the enemy, the antagonistic chemical of acetylcholine, thereby making acetylcholine effects more dramatic, slowing down the heart. But of all the functions, all the effects that acetylcholine has in the body, none is more important than the beneficial effects it has for the activity of the intellectual functioning, the intellectual centers in the brain, the learning centers in the brain. Acetylcholine is the quintessential brain-enhancing biochemical. There's a whole class of nutritional supplements called nootropics. Nootropics. These are learning aids. They started to be developed in the late 1980s as we started to understand about nerve chemicals, and there's lots of these supplements that you can take now that will help you improve your brain health. DMAE is one that we've talked about. We're going to talk about another one called centrophenoxamine. Vitamin E also has brain health benefits. There's lots of supplements that you could take that have brain health benefits. We're going to talk about one here in a little bit, but they all work by enhancing acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is the ultimate brain-enhancing nootropic biochemical. You can't take acetylcholine, but you can take supplements that support acetylcholine. Deficiencies or defects in acetylcholine processing in the brain are associated with anxiety and learning disabilities and dementias and Parkinson's disease and palsies, Bell's palsies and tics and other movement disorders and schizophrenia and forgetfulness and autism. If you got a brain health issue, chances are acetylcholine processing is involved. On our last Brightside episode, we talked about the interesting relationship between cigarette smoking and acetylcholine. Nicotine, the addictive substance, the active ingredient, the stuff that causes all the problems, or a lot of the problems in tobacco, is very similar to acetylcholine. How do you like that? Nicotine and acetylcholine are very similar to each other. Cells that respond to acetylcholine can be fooled by nicotine. Nicotine is what we say a cholinergic analog. It's a mimic of acetylcholine. It's a type of acetylcholine, really. And this is one of the reasons why people have a relaxation effect when they smoke their cigarettes. This is one of the reasons why people smoke cigarettes, to relax. The addictive effects associated with nicotine and tobacco really are related to the fact that nicotine is so similar to this brain chemical acetylcholine. Cells begin to depend on nicotine, and they don't make acetylcholine. When cells are economical, they're not going to waste their time. They're not going to waste their precious resources. If there's acetylcholine coming into the body through nicotine or in the form of nicotine, cells aren't going to make their own acetylcholine. And then when your nicotine wears off, guess what? You're going to be low in acetylcholine, and you're going to want another cigarette. And this is where the addictive process comes in. And by the way, what we call cravings are really our cells saying, hey, we need some acetylcholine. And we get a craving, and we go get a cigarette, and this vicious cycle continues. What does that tell you? Well, it tells you that if you could figure out a way to support acetylcholine, you may be able to quit smoking much easier. Quitting smoking, as anybody can tell you, and I'm an ex-smoker myself, is really, really hard to do. Well, if you're trying to quit smoking, one of the best strategies is going to be to support acetylcholine, and there's lots of ways to do that. We'll continue talking about acetylcholine and nutritional support for acetylcholine when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. 855-660-4261 is our number. We'll be back right after this.
Hello, it's Tom Chenault from The Tom Chenault Show. We are experts in home-based business and residual income. We show people how to make money from their home, either part-time or full-time, and in partnership with Genesis Communication Network, we've organized a team to fight back about people not having money, time, or health. And we need your help. What we want you to do is, if you've got an interest in building an organization to fight back against people taking our money, taking our time, and taking our health, we want to talk to you. All you need to do is call this number, 855-308-8326. Again, all you want to do is call 855-308-8326. You can make a tremendous amount of money and end up fighting for a great cause. Please call us right now.
Gold is like nothing else on Earth. From the Romans through the Renaissance, from the Industrial Age to the Space Age, gold has weathered the test of time. For 6,000 years, gold has remained the ultimate store of wealth. According to the World Gold Council and the U.S. Mint, demand is at an all-time high. The stage is being set for the reemergence of gold as the common-sense alternative to a fiat paper currency that gets weaker every day. Midas Resources is proud to offer the hard-hitting report that arms you with the truth you need to protect you and your family from the Fed's plans for your hard-earned money. Don't gamble with your future. Call Midas Resources today and ask for your free copy of As Good as Gold. Call 1-800-686-2237 for the report the Fed hopes you'll never see. As Good as Gold can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. If you have ever thought about owning gold, you must read this report. Call Midas today at 800-686-2237.
Great news, pure water lovers. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has a special discount offer for all GCN listeners. You can't do better than a Big Berkey for economy. For only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. There's none better than a Big Berkey for emergency preparedness as a backup water source. And you just can't beat a Big Berkey to remove dangerous chlorine, all types of fluoride, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, parasites, and unhealthy byproducts from municipal water. Berkey water filter systems are even powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. For the gold standard in water filters, get a Big Berkey at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And all GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. For details, call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
The nation's largest independently owned and operated talk radio network. The Genesis Communications Network. G.
We're back on the Brightside. I am Pharmacist Ben, 855-660-4261. It's our call-in number. We do have a couple lines open for you. Try to call in early. It's first come, first serve, and I hate leaving people on hold at the end of the program, which we invariably do. 855-660-4261 is our call-in number. If you have questions about prescription medication or nutritional supplements or health conditions, or if you just want to comment, or if you have a success story, we'd love to hear from you. 855-660-4261 is our number. Want to remind you to check out my blog, pharmacistben.com. Got a post up there. Hopefully it'll be up there today, maybe